Well, howdy do do. What do we got going today here? Oh, let's see. Oh, I guess we're not going to give any aid to California because they're naughty. California's naughty. They set all their houses on fire and their trees on fire. No, I shouldn't say that. They didn't set the trees on. For some goofy reason, the houses burned, but the trees didn't. I wonder why that is. Could it be because trees are really wet? You know, Donald Trump doesn't understand that if you cut a tree down, it won't burn. You have to dry the wood before it'll burn. Well, that's a tough one to figure out, isn't it? And then there's this faucet. Did you know there's a faucet up in the Pacific Northwest that squirts water uphill over mountains and it just magically sprays onto California fires? You know, without Trump, what would we do? We would not know that. And there's water all over the place. It comes from the sky. He figured out we call it rain. Boy, the guy's a goddamn genius, isn't he?
Trump, you're a goddamn genius. That's the most outstanding answer I've ever heard. You must have a goddamn IQ of 160. You are goddamn gifted, Private Gump.
Anyway, you know, let's talk about California and screwing over California, okay? Well, you know, we already screwed over North Carolina and South Carolina and all the states that got hit with the hurricane. You know, we left them in the dark. You know, if we don't do FEMA anymore, we're going to get rid of FEMA because FEMA costs us too much money. You know, we'll just forget about those guys out there. Let's focus on California. Here's what we're losing if we screw California real good. You know, the United States GDP is 27 trillion plus a year. China, 17 trillion plus. Germany, 4.5. And it says here in little parentheses, California is larger. And in Japan, same thing, 4.2 trillion, parentheses, California is larger. India, 3.7. United Kingdom, 3.3. France, 3. Even. Boy, they rounded that one right off. Italy, 2.2. Brazil, 2.1. Canada, 2.1. Where's Russia? The largest landmass country in the world. I guess they're below 2.1. They didn't make the top 10. Oh, this is just like Trump not making the top $10. Mr. Pretend Rich Guy. Yeah, so I believe they didn't list California as a country because I guess it's not. It's a state. Isn't that something? Yeah, it's I believe it's $4.6 trillion a year is the GDP of California. The 5th largest in the world. Isn't that cool? Yeah, let's screw them because, you know, they're not worthy of us helping them out. What's the logic there? Just think about it. What's the logic? What's the logic in screwing over? We're screwing our allies and the people that will help us if there's a war or something, you know, so we don't have to sit there by ourselves. You ever watch the Hunger Games? You know what that movie's really about? It's about what's happening here. If there is a global issue, like an asteroid hits the Earth, and only some of us are going to survive, what do countries do? They will band together to wipe out other countries because somebody's got to survive and there's not enough room for everybody now. So they band together against the United States. Yeah, that's what they'll do. So we're gone. And then they, you know, take out other countries. And then when it gets down to the last couple of biggies, then they fight amongst themselves until there's one standing. We're not going to be in that party. We're not even going to come close to it. Because we're big, macho, tough guys, but we don't have any friends. You know, You don't go into a gang knife fight alone, and that's what we're doing. We're doing the old taking a pillow to a gunfight. Yeah, that would be us. Those are things we should think about when we see Ding Dong doing doofy stuff. So, just saying, it's something to consider, folks. What else we got going there? Let's just go. We all make money. We all come out ahead if we help each other. You know, there's volunteers flooding into these areas helping them, because people that aren't tied to the MAGA movement, we hate everybody squads, yeah, they'll be helping each other. That's what they do. Yeah, it's too bad that we don't have more people that have that view, but we just fortunately at this time don't. But in time, it'll take time, but I'm pretty confident we're going to roll this thing around, and we might put it back to where it was before Trump. You know, time is going to be measured after Trump and before Trump. During Trump, it's just going to be America, the shithole. So I'm kind of looking for the afterlife. All right, we'll see what else I can conjure up in the future here.